Guys, welcome back. My name is Ella and I'm going to take you this week on a reading vlog with me, and we are going to read Fall Reads, and I am so excited. I have a couple books here in front of me that I'm planning to read this week, and they're kind of all fall vibes, thrillers, mysteries, fiction, fall, like, you know the vibes. Like, so here are the books I am planning to read this video, or hoping to get to. I don't even know how many I can get to in this. First, this is a maybe. I don't know if I can get here, but hopefully I can. This is Cujo by Stephen King. I have had only 2 experiences of reading a Stephen King novels, which was The Running Man, and that isn't his horror genre. That was like sci-fi, I believe. And I have read The Shining, which is horror, and I felt a lot of ways about The Shining that confused me, and I don't want to get into how I felt about The Shining. It's complicated, but I might pick this up. I don't know yet. And then I have Truly Devious by, is it Maureen? Yeah, Maureen Johnson. This is a YA mystery set in a boarding school, or I think it's a boarding school. Yeah, private school. And I've heard a lot about this book, like how it's really fun and like very fall vibes and set in like a very like dark academia setting, but still being YA. So I'm very excited. I'm definitely think I'm gonna pick this one up because I probably could fly through this if it's YA. I typically fly through YA books in general because the reading is just so easy. So I probably will get to this. And then I have, ta-da! This is the star of this video because I have been waiting for this. I have been biting my fingernails literally in anticipation to be able to read this in October, 2 weeks away from Halloween. This is the perfect time to read this, and I'm just so excited. I love A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, like the whole trilogy. It is top tier YA mystery. Just the way that Holly Jackson, like, she will go there. She is not scared to go there. Even in a YA, like, this being her first adult novel, I'm really scared, but also excited at the same time to see where she goes with this, or like where she takes us, because Holly Jackson does not mess around when it comes to her plots, okay? She will take you there, and she is not afraid of it. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think this is gonna be the next one I pick up in this video. And this is my current read, Hamnet. It is by Maggie O'Farrell, and I started this over the weekend. I've been munching on it, chewing on it, digesting it, and it's very fall to me, so I'm counting this as fall. I feel like this is like the only like one-off book that's not like thriller or mystery. But yeah, I'm really liking this so far, and I'm almost done with it. I'm probably gonna update you very soon about my thoughts on it. And yeah, really liking this. But we'll get into that more into the video. So here is all the books that I'm hoping to read in this vlog. I hope I can get to at least 3. That's the goal. Just to take off some of my physical TBR, honestly, because I've been sitting on a lot of these books for almost over a year. I'm excited for this week, and we're gonna do a lot of fall things and fall reading, all that good thriller, mystery, heart-racing stories. I'm ready for them, and yeah. Let's begin.
No way.
last night I finished Hamlet. Oh, Hamnet. The book is over there, but I'll get it in a second. Also, don't mind my hair like this. I got my cartilage pierced. Not yesterday, but Saturday. So not yesterday, but the day before. And, ooh, I just got some hair stuck in it. I have like a little piece like twirled around it. This hurts way different than like these down here, my lobes. But I'm trying to get my hair out of my face. So that's why I have this going on. This is not what I'm about to go to class in, but yeah, I finished Hamnet last night at 11. And I have a lot of thoughts on the book, and I don't know how to articulate them in a way that makes me not sound stupid, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Because, let's start. One, the whole time I'm like, wait, isn't this... Wait, no, restart. I'm an English major, right? But I'm an English major because I want to work in book publishing, and I like reading, like, just for fun. Like, I've always loved reading. Like, that has been the love of my life since I was little, is reading, right? So I love reading for fun. I'm majoring in English because I love literature. I love writing. I love just fun books. Like, give me a little fluffy romance. But that's not the point, right? That's what, like, I'm trying to say is, like, that's the kind of reader I am. So I'm reading this book and I'm like, wait, like, is this about Shakespeare? Like, is William Shakespeare going to make an appearance? Like, is he coming at any moment? Spoilers for Hamnet. I guess if you don't, like, this is what I'm saying, like, spoilers. If you are like me and you don't really care about, like, I don't know, like, being some type of, like, literature reader, like, high literate Shakespearean reader. So, spoiler, they don't name William Shakespeare the whole entire book because it's not about him, like, it's not his story, but it also is a work of fiction. And I know that in the preface, like, it gives, like, context saying, like, a family, like, this kid died of a fever or something, and it's Shakespeare's family, which I did not know. And so why did I low-key have, like, the best time reading it? Because I didn't know. And, like, then once I started realizing it was Shakespeare, like, this, like, figure that's not being named, this man who is not being named, like, oh, I was eating that up. I was like, give it to me, like, give me the Shakespeare hate, bro. I'm just kidding. I don't hate Shakespeare. But I felt like it was just, like, a diss low-key at Shakespeare because it's like, this is not about you. Like, this is about your wife. And it's really hard for me with these kind of stories to separate what is real and what is fiction now. So I'm kind of making this, like, story. I feel like it is Shakespeare's life, but I know it's not his, like, accurate life, like, depiction. And even in the, like, last couple pages, the author, she puts, like, this is all work of fiction. Like, a lot of this is not confirmed. None of this is true. It's just, like, what she was thinking about, like, kind of. And just the prose, the way that the story was written, the timelines, the grief, the characters. Agnes, oh my god, she is that girl. She is one of my favorite characters ever now. And it's so weird to say that because, like, is she Shakespeare's wife? Like, I don't know. Like, is that really her? Yeah. I gave it a 5 stars. I know, that's kind of crazy. I might move it down to 4 stars now that I've been talking about it, because it's like, I liked it a lot. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. In the end, I was getting a little antsy, because I was like, what? Can we just finish this up? Like, can we wrap this up, please? But I feel like I always get like that in stories, even if I do like them. But I really, really enjoyed it. Like, oh my goodness. I've been sitting on this book too. I went to New York, not this past summer, but the summer of 2024. I went to the Strand for the first time. The only book I bought in New York, my first trip, was Hamnet. That was the book I picked up. And I've been sitting on this book for now over a year. And I was so intimidated too, because I was like scared that classics kind of writing and it was going to be too hard. But look, once it's just like, you can't put that on a book. Like, you can't scare yourself away from it because you think you can't read it, because it was so good and so fun. Like, not actually fun for the characters in the book, but it was fun for me to read. Like, I was eating that book up. So good. So yeah, so I'm sitting between 4 and 5 stars. I don't know. And it gives fall vibes, you guys. I'm gonna alert you right now. It gives fall vibes. Confirmed. For me, personally. So do what you will with that piece of advice. And the movie comes out in November. Okay, last night I was going to start Not Quite Dead Yet, and I took the book out of its cover, out of its book sleeve. I sat in bed with it, and then I chickened out. I know. I got way too scared. I was just like, I was a little freaked out. I was like, I really don't want to feel like I'm about to get killed right now, like in my room. Like, I cannot do the vibes. So instead, I started Truly Devious, which, if you read this or if you have read it, the first chapter is literally a girl getting killed. So it also off-put me as well. I got really scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big scaredy cat. And I was scared. Yeah, that's all I can say. But so far, I'm barely even in it. But yeah, I just want to say I started this. It is Tuesday. I'm done with classes and I'm gonna go to the gym. And after I get done at the gym, I have to get a flu shot. Which, you know, it's gonna suck, but hopefully it prevents me from getting the flu. So yeah, but Truly Devious, it's pretty easy to read so far, honestly. I'm on chapter 2. I love the girl's name, the main character, Stevie. That's a good name. I really like the name Stevie. You look like Stevie Nicks. Okay, yeah, that's the update so far. I'll update you when I'm in the thick of this book. Let's talk about Truly Devious, because I am 65% through it, and low-key, I was reading it on my Kindle at the gym, and I almost like was like, should I DNF this? Even at like the 30% mark, I was like, should I DNF this? Because I was not vibing with this story, and I feel like I still am not. And I know I can DNF it, but it's just like, I bought the book, I bought the physical copy. I'm 60% through it, so it's like, why not stick around for the 40%? Like, not even, like, probably like 35% left. But basically, we're following Stevie, and nothing has really happened, like, up until this like 60% mark, which I understand that there's other books in the series too, and the story has to be built up, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just like we're running in circles, and we're spending a lot of time describing characters, which, you know, I love characters, I love like character studies and all of that, but we've been introduced to so many of these like kids who go to this like academy, and I don't know why they let this story have like a cast of like, I don't even know how many kids it is. It has to be like 12 kids, and like Stevie will just like throw their names out there, and half of them have like the same name almost. It's like, I don't know who the difference is between this like girl named Jermaine, and then there's one named like, there's like another G name, I don't know. It's kind of getting really confusing. And there was just this part that came up with, it's like kind of like a love interest, but I didn't get the vibe that love like or romance was going to be in this book, and it's low-key throwing me off, like, because it feels like a little weird, but I don't know, you guys. So I'll keep you updated, and hopefully I'll finish Truly Devious, and hopefully my opinion changes. Okay, let's talk about Truly Devious. I finished it, and honestly, I'm not gonna say much about it because I feel like I'm not gonna like spread, like, I'm not gonna really review it if I didn't like it. So I gave it 1 star, but it's just personal, low-key, because I was gonna give it 2 stars or maybe 3 if like the last 20% was like gonna redeem itself, but it did not redeem itself. It only kept just like making me more mad. Like, there was nothing was solved. Not one thing was solved. And you know, there's mystery books and there's even like fantasy series that it's like, you read the whole first book, right? And there's always at least something solved. Like, one part of the story is solved. And it still can have like a full series after it. So my bone to pick with Truly Devious is that absolutely nothing was solved. And that does not like motivate me to read the other rest of the series. Like, I'm not gonna go into the other 5 books, that is for sure. That's just like too much. And I liked the representation of the characters. I liked all the different types of like characters and like the angsty teen vibes it brought, but I don't know, it was not for me. I don't think the mystery was strong enough either. Like, I really don't see myself continuing that series. And you know, I'm a little mad I low-key fell for the hype and read it, but at least I gave it a chance. And you know, now I know I don't like it, and I didn't buy the rest of the series. I only have the first book, so I'm gonna have to drop that off in a little free library. So at least that's over, and we have the second book read. I don't know what book I'm gonna read next. I think Not Quite Dead Yet. I think I'm ready for a good thriller, a good mystery. I hope it's good. So I'm gonna start that, and yeah.
Because you have 3 legs.
He just wasn't stable. Why did the traffic light turn red?
Okay, this is an update. I went to my favorite coffee shop at home, and I put some books back into the little free library. I put back The Roughest Draft, which I read, that I got from the small library too. I put back Passion Project, which I read. And then I put in Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, the author of Gone Girl, because I read that one recently and I didn't really like it. And so then I looked in the mail, or the little free library, and this was in there. This is a part of the Mortal Instruments, and I want to read this series. I've been like looking into it lately, but there's so many, and I know that there's like a certain order that people say you should read them in, and I don't know if this is the first one I have to read, but I grabbed that because I don't know if this cover like is sold anymore. I don't know. Also started reading Not Quite Dead Yet. Oh, is it upside down? Not Quite Dead Yet. And let me tell you something. I love it. This book. This is what I needed. Okay? I think I'm like halfway through it, and I just started today. So I'm gonna continue reading and go to bed, and I'll update you when I'm dead. What? That sounded like when I said I'm dead. No, when I'm done with this book, with Not Quite Dead Yet. I gotta go to sleep. Okay, I finished Not Quite Dead Yet, and oh my I finished Not Quite Dead Yet, and I freaking loved this book. Like, I devoured it in like 2 days. It was like 370 pages, I think. And I just flipped through those pages like it was nothing. It was such a great atmospheric fall read. Like, I cannot recommend it to you if like it's during this time, like right before Halloween, like the week before Halloween, or even any time in October, like spooky season. And that book, it was so good. And basically we're following Jet, and Jet gets killed on Halloween with a hammer like to the head, and basically she has 7 days to live, and she wants to find out like and solve her murder, like who murdered her. And as a not like scary loving person, like I don't like really scary stuff and I don't like really gory stuff. I think this was just like, for me personally, I don't think a lot of people will like this, especially people I feel like who are into like the horror genre and like thriller genre, like very deep. Like I think this was a very broader like audience thriller kind of, because it was mostly just like mystery and figuring out like who did it kind of, which I appreciate because it did not scare me really. There's some moments where I'm like, wow, this is crazy, but Holly Jackson's writing is just so good, and I feel like she gives like references of like pop culture and like current moment stuff, but it's not cringy to me like in a way that it would be cringy with other authors. I really loved this book. Like I gave it 5 stars. This was a 5 stars book for me. Like I can't even recommend it more than like I'm trying to say. Like it's so good. You have to read it during Halloween. Like if you like family dynamics, I feel like this was it was a study of a family dynamic also. I feel like you could say that a lot of it focused on like different sibling bonds, parent bonds, neighbor, friend. Like it was just a bunch of like a lot of character study too, which I really like. This is going to be the end of the reading vlog. I am so happy that I got to read these 3 books, which was my goal in the beginning. I wanted to read at least 3. Really happy, and I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, subscribe, like, and comment down any of the like fall spooky horror reads you're reading this season, and also comment where you're gonna be for Halloween, because I love knowing what people are gonna be for Halloween. I feel like a Halloween costume can say a lot about your personality. But yeah, bye guys, thank you.